Hello, I'm Aliya, and I work for the US-based nonprofit Digital Democracy. We work with marginalized communities around the world to support them to use technology to defend their rights. And this includes both designing and developing new software and also on-the-ground support and training. Today, I want to share with you the story of Mapeo, which is a mobile and desktop app which we co-designed with Indigenous communities in the Amazon basin. So why did we build Mapeo? Well, when working with communities, we found that the tools which already existed for territory mapping and for documenting human rights and environmental violations simply didn't work well for them. Often the communities were in very remote areas. There was little internet, if any, and often no mobile phone signal or other communications infrastructure. There was usually a lack of government monitoring or oversight, and local conditions could be very challenging and dangerous. Often the tools they were using, although very sophisticated, were built for specialists and didn't prioritize collaborative workflows, local decision-making, or community data ownership. So we set out to develop a tool set which directly responded to our partners' concerns and did this in close collaboration with them. The results were Mapeo Mobile, which is for collecting mapping information and evidence of illegalities, and also Mapeo Desktop, which is for organizing, editing, and managing the collected data and creating reports and other outputs to share with others. So Mapeo, first and foremost, is offline. Mapeo Mobile uses the GPS on mobile phones to collect GIS information, and everything is stored locally. There's no need to send data to a cloud-based provider or to set up a server, and the same is true for Mapeo Desktop. Mapeo is simple to set up and to start using, including for people with little technical experience. It has a straightforward, intuitive functionality for taking photos and collecting data, and therefore can reduce dependence on external organizations or experts. Mapeo also supports team collaboration and data sharing, so you share all your data with team members, and data flows without the internet between mobile phones and from mobile to desktop. Mapeo can be used as it comes, straight from being downloaded, with default maps and configurations that come with it. But with some technical knowledge or support, you can also create your own custom configurations and questionnaires with your own offline map, translate it into your own language, and use your own icons so that it can be the perfect fit for your own data collection needs. All data that's collected is owned and held locally. This can increase community autonomy and combat data extractivism, and it can also increase security if there are risks about storing data online. Sorry. Finally, Mapeo is open source and free. You can send data to other programs such as Excel, ArcGIS, and you can also create PDFs depending on your needs. So I quickly want to share with you a couple of ways in which some of our partners have used Mapeo, starting with the Waorani in northern Ecuador. In 2018, the government started promoting new oil concessions which overlapped Waorani lands without carrying out a proper consultation process. At that point, the Waorani had spent 3 years mapping the ecological, cultural, historical, and subsistence resources of 22 communities and made rich and detailed maps, as you can see here, illustrating their relationship to territory and how their lands would be impacted by oil drilling. They used Mapeo Desktop for the mapping and created their own configuration, including a legend with over 150 different animals, plants, and other icons. The maps which they made were used in court and contributed to the landmark victory the Waorani had in 2019 when they won a legal case against the government. The judges declared that the oil concessions were illegal, having been created without prior consultation, and the Waorani saved their lands and livelihoods from devastating environmental, health, and social impacts. Next, I want to tell you about ECA-RCA, which is an indigenous co-management system of a communal reserve in Peru, which the surrounding communities co-manage with the government. Their communities carry out patrols to look for evidence of illegal mining, logging, new roads, or other territory invasions. And we've been working with them since 2017 to transfer their previous paper-based system into Mapeo. And they now use Mapeo Mobile with custom maps and configurations for data collection, and they use Mapeo Desktop to organize the data and create reports to send to the authorities to take action on. So there are many other stories of partners using Mapeo to defend lands, cultures, rights, and biodiversity. And our intention is for the tool to be flexible enough to suit many needs and purposes and adapt to a range of methodologies. It's ready to use now. You can download Mapeo Mobile from the Play Store and Mapeo Desktop from our website. And we're also still building new features into it, responding to feedback from our partners or potentially feedback from you. So thank you for listening. Do download Mapeo and have a go. And if you'd like more information, please write to us. We can send you support materials or training documents. Thank you.